welcome to our channel. This is a conversation space. A conversation space gives you a preview, and it gives you information pertaining the economic world, pertaining the formations, and that is the emerging trends, topics, statistics, information, data, analytics pertaining the economic environment, that is, and all other formations that affect the formations, support, growth, and development of the economic statistics and economic formations. Economics can never be completed without mentioning, that is, money in terms of earning this money, spending this money, value for money, growth of money, multiplication, subdivision, spending, and curbing the spending, unnecessary, necessary, as they occur, when they occur, how they occur, and how are they supposed to occur. We bring together these events, and that is the most, especially the factors, formations that develops around money, so that we are ensuring we are taking care of you as a listener, you as a follower, you as a subscriber, you as a community. We are taking care of each other. That is, from what we know, what you know. We compile this information together to be able to have a conclusion, to be able to have, that is, our say. We don't mean to say that whatever we are going to converse, whatever we are going to say will be final, the final destination of information, or will be the very decision that we will make, but we will just have insights. We will just have that is, what do we feel, basing on what we have taken as a statistic, basing on what we have seen as an occurrence, as an event, as whatever has taken place, completely, incompletely, and how do we manage it going forward. So this is the reason why the growth, birth, formation, founding of the conversation space. Feel free, a shout out to our community that is led by James, that is Nabala, who is our greatest follower. He's doing amazing work. That is Thomas. Shout out to you. Leave a comment and we will give you a shout out. Tell us what you feel. Tell us what you know. Tell us what is your submission, or what do you want us to talk about. We will give you a shout out, because this is a space, and this will recognize you wherever you are, whatever you're doing. We must give you a recognition that indeed you are our person, you are following us, and we are moving together. So feel free to like, subscribe, and share our space and our conversation. We will give you a shout out in this conversation, because this is just a conversation. It is not a lesson, and it's not a directive. It is a conversation. It's a talk. We're just having a conversation, and we are speaking our mind basing on what we know and basing on what we feel. That brings us to our main conversation tonight. Is going to be based about that is our understanding, our assumption, and our hypothesis about how, now that we are here, this is the period and this is the time where people are supposed to make decisions, especially money decisions, that is, economical decisions. Any decision that you make in life, the only decision that you make that does not attract an effect on monetary basis. So there is no decision that you can be able to make that is not attached, and does not have a relationship, because some of them are affected with the economy directly, others partially, others indirect, others it's only a matter of time before you arrive at the economy demanding them to be able to get something, or to be able to earn something from whatever you will be doing. I want us to be able to focus on some few indicators, some few insights as we take up, and as we be able to move in what what is it that which truth is awaiting us in the space of this year, in the space of our decision making, and in the space of the economy. Our first important insight and growth indicator is that we are going to be able to tell you that information and data are what drives any given system, any given organization, any given business, any given be it that is an NGO, be able to make a next move, for you to make a next decision, for you to be able to take the next direction, you must have information at your disposal. May I have a friend of mine we have been working with for some time, and he's still a very good friend of mine, and he's a dedicated guy. Anytime you calling him, he likes writing. But after being close to him for about a year or so, I kept on seeing him a man who likes writing, and he writes anywhere. So when we were about to make some decision, and I'm asking him, "Wait, bro, so what do we say about this?" A shout out to him, because he has nudged me also to know that for you to make a decision, or for you to arrive at a financial decision, especially when you're doing a financial transaction or a financial deal, you must be able to have a point of reference, because you will get figures will be tripling in, and he does it casually in every transaction, in every formation, in every data that you undertake. Just learn to write things down. Just learn to down. However, how much it looks basic, it might be easy to not to forget, because someone like me, I numbers. But when it comes to numbers, even if it happened in 2002, but I was challenged that, look, even if you can't forget them, but you can confuse them. So if you don't have a point of reference, you will be limited to make a decision, because without data and without information, you will not be able to take a decision, a point of reference. Once you have raw data, because we have data which is raw, then you process this data into information. Is at the point of transferring this data into information, you want this data to be able to make sense, because you are talking about sales being 3,500 and you're talking about purchases 2,000. Then customers that came were 5. Then the bank account reflects this amount. The cash amount reflects this amount. What is it that you're following? So for you to want to make sense out of that data is when sizing it to information. Once you get it in form of information, you move now to the next level of interpreting it. Interpretation is where you are now you have analyzed this data. Now you're interpreting that between this period and this period, 1,500 children in the Republic of Kenya died from this disease. So you have data, and you are now you have analyzed and you're interpreting it now to make sense. That, look, you are a doctor, and then the people who are affected by this disease are 1,500. So you are narrowing down now into having something that is making sense, a discrete data. It has graduated you to analyzing it. After analyzing this data, you come up with conclusions in the data, not the decision. You have conclusions in data. You have analyzed data. You have got the around 5 or 6 possible decisions to be undertaken. So you come up with a conclusion on the data part. Now, once you're done with the conclusion on the data part, you will move to decision making. Decision making, you will have several causes, alternatives of decisions to be made, and what have you. So from there, now you will guide yourself. So what we are saying is that as you move into this year, as you move into your decisions that you want to take, as you move into what tell us that you have, this is what you have decided, and this is your data, and this is what you want, and this is what you are waiting to achieve, is that have information first. if you want to enter into a market of selling a certain product, when or you offering a certain service, have information first, because lack of information will lead you into undertaking something because of pressure. And what I discovered on the way was the reason why someone buys into what another person is doing without even thinking about it twice is because of lack of information, and not just information but basic information that made this person arrive at the point of executing whatever he's executing. So you find a person who is falling for that peer pressure because he is seeing it by two eyes, but he's not going to unravel. If it is in commercial law, they say lifting the veil of incorporation of a company, understanding behind this company, seeing it behind the curtains of this company. Who are the owners? Who are the shareholders? Who is the company secretary? Who has which share? How many shares are owned by this person and this person? So same applies to decisions and pressure. Pressure will lead you into adopting an agenda because that agenda has been adopted somewhere. But if you have information, if you have data at your disposal, if you take your time and you've done a research about it and you've seen how it is being undertaken and how it has been done, it will limit you from being able to just make that decision, because making decisions is the only available choice. Point number one is, let's get data, information at our disposal. Get a notebook, get a pen. It costs you 110 shillings. Instead of paying someone 100,000, 250,000 to train you on how to money, how to save, by you having a notebook and a pen to just note down that this is the total earning of this year. Not this year, this month. These are the human wants that I'm supposed to fulfill. And after the human wants, now I graduate to what is it needed to be able to walk through these human wants. Which one can wait? Which one is of preference? Which one can be sacrificed for the other? Which one can be interchanged? And which one is not, it's of less importance? Which one can wait? Or you have fitted all of them and there is a remainder of a balance. Now this balance, where do I get it? Do I go to Mombasa, or do I save it? Do I put it into an investment? But having that book, having that pen in your hands and conversing with it, it is going to give you a basis, a formation, a ground, a leverage on why are you this decision. Ladies and gentlemen, it's uncalled for a person in a stature of you who has subscribed to this channel to be able to make decisions based on hearsays. But you say, I'm gonna do it. No, research, understand, then act. This is the second important formation, or the second important point of conversation is about technology, economic space. As we anticipate and as we aspire to be in this economic space, we want to achieve a lot. We want to achieve more. We want to make these things happen. And you cannot ignore the technology that is happening, the revolution in the technology industry that is happening, and tell us you're going to succeed alone without this technology. It is you discovering something inside that technology that you can sit down and say, this skill, I learned it when I was I discovered it on Facebook, I discovered it on TikTok, I discovered it on YouTube. And mostly when you go to search optimization engines on these platforms, you can easily use technology for your advantage, because most of the time when you go to a search engine, then look at what is it that has been searched mostly. Customize it based on what you want. Look at what is it that people are looking for on these search engines. You will easily understand that there is something that, look, I have these people are undergoing this problem because business economics is about sorting out people's problems. The billionaires who rule this world are the people who have looked at us, seen what are we going to need in the next 20 years. What is it that people will need in the next 70 years? What is it that people will need in the next 2 years? What is it that these people are going to be able to look after as time goes, as time flies? So as we wait for this time to go, as we wait for things to unravel themselves, as we wait for the future to come, there are people who are already living in that future. Why? They have used the available technology to be able to predict, and it has been done so successfully using the research of understanding, that is the data available. So for me, I'm a medic. I've specialized in medical surgery, and I have just to wait for a patient for medical surgery to come so that I can be able to perform something on that patient. But at some point, I believe we are gifted separately and we are gifted differently. It limits you from discovering something new. You can even be able to give us an AI-powered system that can be able to tell people that if you want to undergo this surgery, these are the requirements, this is what is done, this is how it is done, this is what you expect. And once the surgery is done, these are the post-surgery the trauma that you might go through, these are, and what have you. So people are leveraging on this technology to be able to maximize what they don't have. So as we move in as economists, we are not going to remain as people who are waiting for the stock market. What is the stock market saying? Broker, what is the broker saying? And in fact, as an economist now, you find yourself, you don't even understand this Nairobi Security Exchange, how it works, because you are limited by a broker who is transacting on your behalf. So you have no statistics and you have no data at your disposal. But the data is available, readily available. Anybody can give you that data. Anybody knows what is happening. Everybody understands how it is done, when it is done, where it is done. So it requires you to work an extra mile. It requires you to be more ready to learn than being more ready to receive. By also going into and diving into understand more about the market shares, how they work, brokerage, how to buy, how to sell, when to sell, what is the trending available technology. This 1st January, people are going to complete transactions end to end, that is buying and selling of shares on Nairobi Security Exchange using Safaricom and using USSD code that has been powered by M-Pesa. So do you understand what is it that they are talking about when somebody tells you that, look, it is now very easy to buy and sell stock shares at Nairobi Security Exchange using M-Pesa? Are you aware of it? So the economic part and the money-making part has been added with a small e, which is e-economics. E-economics is E stands for internet. Internet stands for technology. Technology stands for discovery and research. Because data is readily available. It's you who is not going for that data. So as a community and as a space of economists and as a space of business people and as a space of smart people who are running organizations, running businesses, running their area of specializations with excellence, and they want to excel, we must be ready to leverage on technology. That as I think about treating a patient in Turkana and I'm in Mombasa, I must be thinking, how best can I offer this service? How best can this service be offered even without me being there? How can I leverage on technology? You be able to maybe inject that patient currently by me being there, because there is no any other way. Look, there is no any other shortcut. That is the only way. That is the only way you can do that. By your presence being there before you transact, there is no way you're going to complete and compete in the current trends and the current markets. Technology is forcing people to adjust, because some of us, when you are big, you could even see some people doing some things and you wanted. There's a time United States president was against TikTok by all manner of vigor, all the energy, all the power. But it is TikTok that made him the president. He transacted, people did spaces, people did conversations on that platform. It is that platform that helped him. It did not make him, but most of the conversations that facilitated his re-election were done on the same platform. Today, he's the I can define as the darling, because when it was being banned in the United States, he's the one who came for his rescue. So the trend will force you, if you remain in your corner and say, I don't do what, I'm a reservationist, I reserve my space, there are things I cannot be able to do, and those things leave them to our people who are almost retiring, and they have excelled in those spaces because by that time there was no information. They have been enriched using lack of information from people, but currently people are informed, people are aware. Technology is nearing into closing very many loopholes. So unless you evolve with that technology, it can leave you behind. Currently, if you're going to tell us you might be a content creator and just creating content and dancing around will make you be somebody. People are evolving. They are getting fed up maybe of seeing people just doing things that someone wants to see what is it, what are the brains behind this person, what is the brand behind this person. So it is moving, and technology is what is deciding currently who are the millionaires and who are the people we can know, because technology currently, it decides what is trending and who is going to trend. And in the world of technology, anytime something trends, it is triggered by something, and anytime it's triggered and is trending, there are people who are benefiting from it, and it decides, look, what can we push? But it is based on platform, what platform, who are they on this platform, what are they doing, how are they doing it. And we currently, nowadays, you work on TikTok platforms, you will find a lot of people, they are just live, and they are not doing live for things, they are just selling products, they are doing their sales. What does that tell you? That it is moving away from window shop. However, there are fraudsters who have invented the program, but as technology moves, it is catching up with them and eliminating them from the equation, and the market is continuity of this, and to be favorable for any person to use it and for any person to get anything from this technology, purchase end to end. First, he will go search about the item, know how it looks like, know the strengths, know the reviews, see at what the people who have purchased it are saying, come to your live, see you have the product, ask about the price, then direct him on finishing up the transaction. The item is sent, and then so it tells you that if you are in that space, it tells you that you also have to move with the space. Lets you are left behind, lets you are left still thinking and trying. So you must move with speed, and the speed at which you decide to move with is what will either leave you as a person who is realizing your goal for this year, or you are left behind thinking, how best can I be able to move? So we have looked at technology, and we are saying that let us leverage on technology. We've said that first, let's have data. Let us practice having data. Let us practice transferring and moving that data from raw to information, from information to analysis, from analysis to that is decision making and conclusions. And when we say talk about data, don't think about something complicated. It's very basic. Data is all about just telling us if you are employed, how much are you earning, and after earning, how much is your expenses. But for me, after learning and going through what I've seen that it's just good to be able to know what is it that you're doing, what is it that is awaiting for you, so that as you sort them out, you will analyze. Even at the end of 3 years, at the end of 4 years, you will analyze which source, which revenue source is giving you money, which one is draining you, and which one is you are investing in but it has no return. You are struggling, you are straining yourself, putting in something that is not even giving you value for that money. So it will be able to guide you. So just have a notebook. You don't need a computer to have data and information team. You just need a notebook and a pen. I told my friend that when I disappear, he should get that notebook. But I put the very important data. Then one time you just sit down, have your coffee, and try to understand, to resonate with. See, does it make sense that this time I got this deal? I did a deal of maybe 1.5 million, and then the person I was dealing with, this is the match I gave, this is how I earned from it, and be able to look at after the deal, what did you do? What do you achieve? What were you seeking to achieve when you are entering that deal? How much money remained from the deal, and where did you spend that money after undertaking that deal? So by having those small data, it will be able to arise you. And once you arise, no one will come to mill you. You know, you must be trained on doing this. But these day-to-day movements and whatever, you just need to develop a character. You need to develop a formation. You need to develop a person behind you who is going to interpret, who is going to stand with you, who is going to direct you, and who is going to show you the right path and the right way to be able to undertake those things, to be able to undertake those procedures and directions. Then technology, we are saying you come up, be flexible, just don't shy away. You know, the one thing I've learned that you will shy away from people noticing you or people understanding what you're doing, but you never know that the people you are shying away, they need whatever the solution you're offering, because by them looking at you, what you're doing, they will be encouraged, they will be moved, and they will decide and say, hey, look, I saw brother so and so, sister so and so, he was talking about filing of taxes, and we have a problem with filing tax. Can we organize for a training? You come and train us on how to file VAT or how to file that is income tax. And you will have one, offered a solution to them, and two, once they organize that event, they'll give you something. So don't fear. If you have knowledge at your disposal, the people you are fearing, those are the very people who maybe they need you. So sell your skills. This year, sell your skills. Use your skills to get what you don't have. Leverage on technology. Do more of research. Have data. Let no one cascade you. I was watching a podcast and someone was said, if you want to be rich and you have a rich mindset, you can't have fleas and be rich. We know what you and we understand you. But look, I'm in a fix. This person doesn't have money and he has to sort out one too. Mostly a basic requirement, a basic human want, which is food. You know, sometimes we might speak things because of where we are, but we are not thinking about where are these people, their position in the community. What do you expect this person to feed himself with? I believe everybody has been able to climb on the shoulders of the other to reach where you are. You will be blessed, but luck will never come from heaven. You will arise and shine through people. You will tell us you don't know, I started out, but you planting a very wrong seed in the mind of a person. Without people, even when you are selling a product, appreciate that first customer who came to your shop. Write his name down and understand the first person who promoted you. Like when we were planning to do a certain business in town with my close friend and brother, we started over, and the first person who came up to now is still our friend. I don't know if my business partner has his name, but me to date I know that person and I appreciate him a lot, because he's, by seeing us putting up such a business, he came and said, I'm going to promote you people, give me this and give me that, and he came and paid. Appreciate such people. It's not that, when we talk about connections and we talk about people helping others and networking, Don't expect to network from people to help you when you cannot network for people and help them. And understand that networking is not all about going to meet the President of the Republic of Kenya and giving you a tender of building Riloni and Mau Summit Road. No, you will find someone saying, oh, I was the chair of CDF of a certain MP, now he's an MP. I was chief of staff in this place and he came and ran for this seat. We were in Starehe Boys Center, we were in Nairobi University, he was a student leader there, and then this time we are meeting here, he's an MP, he's a CS. And you look at those connections and conversations, they knew each other at their level first. So when they begin to advance now to the next level, this one goes and pulls this one, so that the connection you establish, don't over focus on creating that dangerous and very big connection this year, this 2026. Create a connection that is in Swahili they will call it western, a connection that you can also even be able to manage, because you look for a connection. And Jack Ma will tell you, I want a market of 5 billion. You yourself, your market that you can manage is for 3 million. So you are chewing more than you can swallow. So you begin from understanding that connections and networking, even in your business, the people who are coming to buy from you, that is your networking. These the very people that you find on the road and they tell, hi bro, you doing good? I'm doing good. How is business? It's doing good. Oh, that's good. Those are the networks. It's only that you're not giving it more energy and more conversations. I tell you, I know this person. We used to have a conversation with this person. I know this other person. I know this one does this and this, and then you learn, and as you have people around you, ensure that you don't let a person you diminish the person without learning something from that person, and it will offer you a skill to be able to advance, because there are a lot of discoveries you will do when you are free to mingle and interact with people in any space of life. So as we leverage on technology, and we have agreed that as we leverage on this technology, we are going to be very flexible. If they are saying there is an opportunity here, we are looking for a person who can do this and this, gauge yourself. Be flexible. You can do anything. Look, there are things as you're going to start. There are things that AI has very, very easy. There are skills that you can be able to learn. If it is a poster making, the current life that we are in, you can just log into your YouTube and then search how to make a poster, how to make how to edit your photos. You have products you are supposed to sell. You can't tell us you are a startup, you have started a business. The person who is supposed to do for you that is social media management, you added the poster making, you are supposed to pay 65,000 in a tune of marketing of the knowledge that you can be able to get. I used to hate people who are giving conversations and who are trying to tell us, don't just sleep, wake up at 6 or at 5 and then try to go through your laptop. So I didn't know. But as time goes by, you begin discovering that there are things you can do on your own. And you can only discover them when you allow yourself to be flexible, to leverage on technology. Use this technology for your advantage. Leverage on it. At e-conversations, as we continue to have our conversation, we don't expect to be talking about someone who was making posters and being paid 500,000 or 500 shillings per poster. And that time, there were people who were needing posters, and he made posters of about 10,000. By 500, he made 500,000 shillings. Then you, as our follower or as our subscriber, you will be wondering, that much just for a poster? How? No, it is not. There are templates, there are provisions, and you can be able to do that in a click of a button. So let us be able to adjust. Let us be ready to learn, and let us be able to leverage on technology. If it needs us to sell online our products, currently people are doing it online. It has forced people. Even radios are going online. You look at the radio industry, it is evolving. They are doing their radio presentations online. That is on TikTok. They are live on YouTube. They are doing it. They are trying to evolve with the time frame. People have decided that, look, I just need Wi-Fi, then I'll be able to pay. Maybe I can pay the online package, or I will get news on YouTube. And he goes live on either station that he wants to watch, then they do. So technology is moving, and is moving sharply. It is you to think, how can I to convert, and how can I use it to grow my brand? If it's a business, if it is any whatsoever, whatever it is, as long as you decide to leverage on it, and as long as you decide to maximize it accordingly, and so guided. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Thank you for standing with us. Let's have these conversations. They are not. Don't wait to see people on the set, but let us just have them. Click something, write something on the comment. Tell us in the comment what you think, and tell us what is it that you can teach us. We are ready. We want to learn. We want to expand, and we want to create a community that is ready to embrace new ideas, not a community that is very lazy. It's not that we are trying to outweigh someone's business and tell you that training people is bad, but sometimes even someone who is training you, you need to challenge that person. You need to tell, hey, look, you have talked about something here, but it is not making sense. This is not what I know. This is a person who is well informed, and it will help you, it will grow you, and it will ensure you leave a legacy. So more episodes are coming. We are going to be able to understand a lot about that is e-procurement systems that have come in. We are going to be able to look at employment and how does employment affect our daily life. Can you be rich? We will answer that question. That is based on what we will see and based on what we will understand. Subscribe, move with us, and be able to be part of this community as we grow together. And as we finish, we will give you a shout out. As you bring an idea, we will talk about it. As you bring it on the comment, leave that comment there. We will be able to name you, to shout out to you, and to give you your flowers.